Hello, welcome. My name's Tina. This is the Simply in Stitches Sunday Knitting Podcast, and this is where I share all of the knitting I've been up to this week. It's been a busy week in the craft room, as you might have seen from the vlog earlier in the week, so let's just dive straight into what I've been doing. Let's do the finish first, I think. Let's be traditional and share what I've actually finished. So if you're watching the vlog, you would have seen I was knitting Fox's little shorts. So Vixen's finally got her pants, and I've put the button on, and yeah, they've just got at the side detailing, room for free movement on the tail. And yeah, I'm loving the shorts. It has been mentioned that she needs a little bralette to go with them, but we'll see how we go. So I'm really happy with them, how they fit. They fit her nicely around the waist and everything. The only thing is that since I've put the button on, I've noticed that it is pulling that buttonhole where you do a yarn over isn't very secure. So I think I'm going to go over that and just reinforce that a bit with some of the yarn, just to make that a bit stronger for when she's pulling them on and off on a daily basis. So yes, that is our first piece of clothing all finished. And so we were looking through the book that she comes from, the Knitted Animal Friends, and she has decided that she wants the whole outfit. So she wants the dress, the coat, the bag. Oh, no shoes though. She wants shoes. We know Vixen will want shoes. So the dress is... It hasn't got a very good picture of the dress, but you can see there that it's got like a little bit of smocking. It's got a short sleeve and it's got a picot edging on it as well. So I've made a start on that. So I'm using the Stylecraft DK. This is just an acrylic yarn. And here is the progress. Would you like to model it to show it how it works, Vixen? There we go. Let's just secure that around your neck. So this is how it goes on. So you've got that like smocking on the front. There is raglan increases at the sides, and then there will be buttons at the back. So, let's put you back down there. So it's knit flat, but it's just naturally curving round because of that shaping on there. I'm really loving this colour. I think it's a really pretty colour. Really soft, goes with your complexion or your fur, as the case may be. So yes, so that shouldn't take too long to do, we would hope, but because she's a lot bigger than expected, these things are taking longer. Her knickers were a lot bigger than I thought her little knickers would be. So yeah, having a lot of fun with that. Talking about the coat, I really liked that colour, and so I was looking. I've got the Stylecraft colour chart, so I was trying to find one that was the right colour for that coat, and I think the closest there is, let's have to hold both, is that one there. The Cypress, is it? Cypress one. I think that's the closest. So we'll have to get some Cypress, and then we can make the little coat as well next. So yeah, they're fun little projects. I enjoy doing them. We'll go for something for me next, I think. So this is the chunky Dahlia or Dahlia. When I'm right, I'm wrong, and when I'm wrong, I'm right. So it's Dahlia in the UK, Dahlia in the US. So I'll probably switch between the both. That's probably where I got confused, just because I was watching things in the US and here. So I decided to stop when I finished the ball for the length of it, because I only had 4 balls left and I wanted to check that I was going to have enough. So this is knit in Starcraft again, and it's in the chunky. Let me just go and get one of the ball bands. So this is in the Starcraft chunky, and it's the Life chunky, which is the one with 20% wool, 25% wool, 75% acrylic. Loving the colour of this, really love how it feels. So I have come down to there, which is quite a long way really, but I've stopped there. As I said, I only had 4 of those balls, so I thought, right, I'm going to start the sleeves first. So I've started the first sleeve. So where am I? About up to just past elbow length, about elbow length on the first one. This is the first ball, so I'm going to use more than a ball of that, I think. There's no decreasing in these sleeves, they're just straight sleeves. I thought they looked pretty big, but when I tried it on, they're loose. They are big sleeves, but they're not huge, so I left them as is, and I'm going to follow the pattern for those, because it is supposed to be more of a relaxed, just big knit that you can cuddle up in. So yeah, so I'm going to finish that sleeve, then I'll know how much yarn I need, and then maybe I'll go back down and finish the bottom of this. I was thinking about doing a split hem. If you remember my slip over, the petite knit Sunday slip over, can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I'll go and get it and then I can show you what I mean. So on the slip over at the bottom, you have a split hem higher at the front than the back. The back is quite a deep there, but I really love the way that sits when I'm wearing jeans. It's a very nice length. That is like a bottom of my cheeks bum warmer at the back, and yeah, this is long enough at the front that it comes to like the top of my legs, so really enjoying wearing that length. So I'd like to do this one if possible. I can always get some more. It's dye lots don't usually change for the commercial sort of yarn. Yeah, I think I'd like to do that on this one because it is going to be a cosy, chunky knit. I thought that would lend itself to that. I think the pattern might be a bit cropped, so I'm thinking that that might give it just that more length. So I'll probably end up ordering some more anyway. I'm going to be putting in an order to Wool Warehouse over the next week or so, I should think, because I'm starting to think of my March socks. And I know what I want to do for my March socks, so I need to start looking for yarn. Well, I did start looking for yarn and I couldn't find exactly what I wanted. It's daffodil next month, so it's got to be sort of yellow. So I was thinking of looking at the yellows because I thought this was going to be a good opportunity. I wanted to do some DK socks. I've never done double knit socks before, so I thought March would be a good time to have some nice woolly socks. So I was looking in the DK weight what's suitable for sock yarn, didn't see anything in a yellow or whatever I'd like, and then I had the idea of what about using 2 yarns together and I can grade it through. So because I'm going to need 200 grams, I should think, to be safe, I'm going to have enough, I could have different yarn, just like 3 different yarns for the different colours of the daffodil going through. I know what I mean in my head. So I thought, because I just want to do a vanilla sock that's going to be DK, that variation of the colour would make it fun, and me basically not knowing how it's going to turn out the first sock and then trying to replicate it for the second. So we'll see how we go with that. So I am going to be putting an order in for that yarn. So Wool Warehouse, it's the law, you have to spend £25 to get the free shipping, don't you? So if I need some more of this, then I shall chuck that in the basket at the same time. So that's where I am with the chunky Dahlia. Next one, talking of socks, this was the fidget socks. So these, if you didn't see through the week, then you think, where's the fidget sock pattern gone? So the fidget sock pattern has gone. I wasn't enjoying doing it. I got down to the heel, and after the initial, I liked seeing the pops of colour, but after the initial that, I just thought, I'm not enjoying this, and I'm not looking forward to doing, I like doing the heel turn. Call me crazy. I like doing the heel flap and gusset. Once I've finished that bit that's a bit interesting, I'm going to have this long bit of foot to do, and I don't want to do it. And I thought, when I've done that, then I've got another one to do. So I thought, just give it up, Tina. If you want to do, while I was knitting, I was wishing it was a vanilla sock. So I thought, just make a vanilla sock then. So I ripped it back, and so just got the vanilla. I love this yarn. This is Rose's Knitting Shed in the Sugar Plum colourway. It's really pretty, loads of different colours to make interest when you're knitting. I've got the drop snored for the cuff and the heel. So now I'm just coming along the leg, the foot, to the toes. So that's not going to take long because I'm zipping through now that I've changed. So I shall carry on with that, and they will be finished by next Sunday. So that is those on 9-inch circulars, of course, because it's me and that's what I do. That's something else I need to check when I'm going to be knitting my DK socks. Not sure what size needle. I think it's a 3mm, but I need to check that to make sure I've got the one I need. In a 9-inch circular, of course. What's next? Let's go on to the Aurora cabin shawl, Stephen West. Okay, so last Sunday I was saying that I had messed up on this section here, this last section, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Ooh, let's wear it. So I didn't know what I wanted to do about it. So I was looking at it. I hadn't made any decisions. I was just looking at it, and yeah, just dreading it because I've put so many hours into this. I wasn't going to rip it all the way back, but I didn't know if I should rip it back to this section and start again. But I thought with so many stitches, it's going to be a complete nightmare to know where I am. And so I was asking on the vlog in the week what I should do, and everyone says, I like it just as much, if not more, than the squares on the original shawl. So just call it a Tina section. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing the Tina section in the middle of it. And it's turned out different again. I don't know if you can see that, but the stripes have turned out slightly different. So we're just going for a varied, textured section on this part. After this, there's going to be another one of these sections. So that's going to take the emphasis away from that. And yeah, then it's going to be the chevrons at the bottom. So I'm just going to carry on and just enjoy it, because I do actually enjoy knitting this yarn. I love the colours. I love the gauge, the needles and the yarn, the actual stitching of it. I'm really enjoying that. So now I've got over the I've made a mistake, what am I going to do? I'm enjoying it again and knitting on it again, which is good because a row does take 20 minutes, half an hour, depending what it is. I'm not a slow knitter. I am a slow knitter. I'm not a fast knitter. But it's quite relaxing. It's quite a good thing to do when you're watching TV. That's probably where I'm going wrong, isn't it? But when you're watching TV, because there's so much of one row, you just carry on and on. So oblivious to the fact you're doing it all wrong. So yes, I shall finish off this. I've got quite a lot of that section to go. It's quite a wide section, so I don't think I'm quite halfway on that yet. So I shall carry on with that. So I don't know if I'll come to the end of that section by next week, because like I say, there's quite a lot of hours just doing that much, but it's over that long. Well, no, that long sort of thing. So yes, but I'm enjoying it. But I'm enjoying it again, so that's good. That's the main thing. It's a hobby, shouldn't be a chore. So last one, I put a few stitches in this because I was a bit down about the shawl, so that's when I picked up this one. This is my Take It Easy crochet blanket. So last time I think last time I was on the green, so I've not done too much. Once again, it's quite big though, so it takes a while to go around, but I was on the green, and then I put in some gingerbread socks, so you can see some of the gingerbread down here, ginger colour, and then it goes into the green, and there's also some red from that gingerbread there, goes into the red of the gingerbread socks. And then I thought I wanted something that was just one colour, so then I just did the pink, and now I have started this one, which has got some pink as well, but it's got the yellow, orange onto pink, and it's a real multicoloured ball. So I'm going to have fun with that now. Now I'll come to all these different colours. I want to keep going, but I think no, this is a now and again project. It's not a project I need to finish. But I think whereas before I was thinking that I was going to do one row and then change colour, because these colours are just going to be changing on their own. I thought I'm just going to keep going and just enjoy the colour changes as they are. So that is the crochet blanket. The only other knitting I've done this week is this. What is that, you may ask? This was a little test because Alex from My Yarn Corner sent me down a little rabbit hole. I was watching her podcast, lovely podcast, I'll link it down below, a few days ago, and she had just finished a Lento. Lots of people are knitting them, but I thought it looked like a basic raglan sweater, so it didn't really tickle my pickle. So I wasn't that interested in it, but then when I saw Alex's, I thought it looked really nice, and she was saying how much she loved it and she was going to make more of them, which always is a key, isn't it? When people make more than one of something, you know it's good. They've enjoyed knitting it and they want to wear it. So that sparked my curiosity. And Alex had made hers out of Nord yarn, which, as you know, if you've been following me, I do love my Nord yarn. So my Nord drops yarn. So yeah, I thought, oh, I've got that. And I immediately thought of this colour. I've got 2 balls of this. I got it for Christmas. I can't tell you what colour it is. I haven't even got the ball band on now because I've been playing with it. But it's very much a really dark greeny, bluey green. How it's looking on my screen is right, but it needs to be darker. I don't know if it were. Yeah, it's slightly darker than it's looking on there. But I don't know if you can pick up the greeny blue tones. So I love this colour, and I was thinking, oh, Alex, because it's a DK weight, the sweater, Alex combines a Nord with another 4-ply fingering weight yarn, and it looked really nice. So I was thinking, what can I mix it with? So I thought, well, I've got 2 of these. This isn't my sort of colour. I like the colour, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Perfect for socks because it's away from my face. But I thought, what would happen if I held those 2 together? And so I got the needles out, because it's a very, very loose gauge, this one. So I did a little swatch, and that's what I turned out with. And I didn't really like it. I didn't really like that contrast. It just, no. It wasn't speaking to me. So I thought, okay then, it's a DK weight. What have I got? Because as you know, I've got those drawers. I want to use what's there. I don't want to be buying more yarn. So I thought, I've got this one, which is an Aldi yarn. I've got enough to make a Whitmore, I know, from how much I've got here. So I thought that would probably be enough. I could use this. So let's do a little swatch of that. So I did a little swatch of that. And I didn't like it because it looked too stringy. I thought, no, it's a basic. This would be all right if it was a Whitmore because there's something going on, but because the Lento is so basic that it's not really going to do anything for me. So I thought, no, don't like that. And then I thought, what about the Drops Air? I know this isn't Aran weight, but it's a blown yarn. So it's really light and fluffy. So I thought, what about that? Would that do? So I tried that to get gauge. And I liked that. I love the fabric because I love that yarn anyway. But once again, I just thought, no, not for that sweater. I thought it's going to be too plain, and I'm not a cream all over person. I bought this for, well, I say when I bought it, I didn't. I got my husband to buy it for Christmas because I want to make the February lady cardigan, Lady February cardigan. I'll put it down here in a picture. So that's what I bought it for, and I think, yes, this would be nice as a cardigan for spring when you've got something underneath to break it up, but just having this all over, it's not me. So at that point I gave up. So thank you, Alex, for that rabbit hole when I should have been doing work on something else. I went through all that and came up with nothing. But I think I am interested in doing one of them now, but I don't know what colours I want to do it in. I need to think about the colour I want to do it in. And so I love this colour, but I'm thinking about getting something else to go with it, getting more of these and getting something to go with it, that maybe a lighter blue or something that's going to just tone it, brighten it up, but still keep what it is. I don't know. What do you think? Because Alex had hers mauled, and it looked really lovely. And so I would like that. So I think I need something that's a different tone to that, because then it will make it interesting. That's my thoughts. What's your thoughts? Should I go more blue or should I go more green? But yes, I'm on the lookout for, I'll have to have a look in the Nord. I do enjoy the Nord, so to have 2 lots of Nord would be nice. And it's alpaca, but I know that it goes in my washing machine. I don't like to say you can machine wash it because alpaca doesn't like to be machine washed, and I don't know what your washing machine's like. So it goes in my washing machine on the wool wash and comes out fine for socks. So I'm thinking it would do the same for a sweater. So that is something else that I was playing with. Speaking of the Aldi yarn, this is the yarn that I made, well not this one, a purple one I made my Whitmore cardigan out of that I really like. And so I saw this week that Aldi have got their craft event again. They've just got their wool in. Well, I say wool, yarn, not wool, because it's acrylic, all theirs as far as I can see. So then I got a bit excited because last year when they had the last one, they had packs of smaller ones, all different colours. And I was kicking myself because I was really good. And I saw this beautiful pack, it had autumnal colours. And I really loved it. And I was umming and ahhing. I thought, no, Tina, you don't know what you're going to use it for. Don't get it. And so I was pleased with myself when I left. And then I kept thinking about it. And when I went back the next week, they didn't have any. So I should have got it. And now I'm kicking myself because if I got that, that would have been perfect for clothes for the little one behind me, wouldn't it? So I was hoping when I saw the yarn was there again, I thought, yes, dive in. Let's find, see if they've got these multi-packs again, because that would be really good for upcoming clothing. But they didn't have any multi-packs. They only had single packs of the same yarn, which I didn't want to buy because, like I say, I've got 4 balls of this that I've not used yet. I did look though. As you do. I thought, well, just in case there is a really perfect colour that I love, and then I would have bought it. So I know I can, out of 4 balls of this DK, I know it's a sweater quantity or a cardigan quantity. So for $4.99, for £5, it's worth chucking in the trolley. But I wasn't really interested in the colours they had. So they had the 4 balls of the DK again. I should put some pictures up of things fun. They had some chunky, some various. They had some variegated ones that looked nice, but not my colours. They also had baby yarn, and what they did have as well, which I thought was funny, they had an Aldi cardigan kit. I should put it here. I don't know how big I'll be able to blow it up, but it's blue and white. It's got, I took the picture from the website, but that says that there's 6 balls, but there wasn't. In the pack that I saw in store, there was like a row of the navy and then single balls of the different colours. So the idea is it's a navy cardigan, but then you've got the bands of, if I can remember, let me just have a look. So this may jump because I've just been talking to myself for ages. I stopped the video so I could look up what the cardigan looked like to refresh my memory. And so I was chalking away and I thought, the timer's not going. Why is the timer not going? It's because I pressed pause and I didn't start it up again. So I was talking about the Aldi cardigan. So it comes with a load of navy blue and then you get different colours on the top. And the different colours are for the pocket. So there's 2 pockets on the front. One pocket is just navy and the other pocket has got the Aldi sign. So then you've got the yellow and red stripe round and then the white and the blue. But you wouldn't have to use that. As I say, you could just have like different colour pockets because you've got a whole, I can't remember how big they are, but they're at least 25 grams, I should think, these colours. But yeah, if you want to make an Aldi cardigan, go ahead. But I think I'd rather make it into like a flower because it says it's medium to large, I think. What size were they saying? It says creates a size medium to large, whatever that means. I don't know. It means different to different people, doesn't it? So, yeah. So if you want it, but the pack is $14.99, so it's £50 for the pack. But there's, it says, say 6, it says 6 pack, but that's 6 colours. It's not a 6 pack. So look in store if you're interested in an Aldi cardigan. So that is the cardigan. The other thing I picked up that I was excited for in Aldi was the Yorkshire tea. Toast and marmalade. Toast and marmalade. Toast and jam. They could make toast and marmalade. That would be nice. I like a bit of toast and marmalade. This is the toast and jam. So it's supposed to smell and taste like toast and jam. One of the reasons I like this is because it's got natural flavours. So it's made of black tea, natural flavourings. So it hasn't supposed to not have any nasties in it. But it's just a nice tea because it's Yorkshire tea. But I was disappointed. And as I was picking it up, there was a lady there, that shopper like myself, and she said, that's lovely. She says, I love those. It's much better than the other ones, meaning the biscuit one, which I was disappointed with as well. So I was excited. So as soon as I got home, stuck the kettle on, made a brew, and I was disappointed. Didn't even have the smell. Like the biscuit one's got this lovely smell to it, even though it hasn't got the taste. But this, I just think it lacks something. But I thought, okay, perhaps it's because I have a big mug. I need to have a smaller mug. Leave it to, is it steep for longer, brew for longer, and then have a go. So I had another one. Didn't really feel it. So I'll try again. I'll give some to my mum, see if she likes it. But yeah, disappointed. Have you tried these? What did you think? Very disappointed. So that's Aldi out the way. That's all I got from Aldi. The disappointments. The disappointments in Aldi. Now, I did talk about the Rico socks, but I don't know if I talked about the Rico socks this time, or whether that's when I was talking to myself. But I showed on the vlog, sorry to keep talking about the vlog, but if you haven't watched it, you've missed out on a lot. So I was flicking through. I had seen in Simply Knitting magazine that there was a Rico sock yarn, Fair Old, that I hadn't seen before. And so I mentioned it, and somebody who's watching said that they'd knit the socks for her husband for Christmas, but on the first wash, they shrunk. So I wanted to ask you, have you knit with this yarn? If so, did yours shrink? Because I'm wondering, is it something that's common with this yarn, that even if you follow the washing instructions, which say that you can machine wash, do they shrink? Or was it just an unfortunate batch and you've got some that you've washed and worn and you're very happy with them? So please let me know so I can let other people know, because if they do shrink on the first wash, we need to know so we can be aware that if you do really love the colour and you want to knit them, you're going to have to hand wash them to make sure they don't shrink to the wrong size. So that is the Rico socks. Please leave your comments down below if you've had any experience with those. On Wednesday, I was also talking about thinking ahead of when I've finished the sweaters I've got on the needles at the moment, the next one that's in the queue. And it is the Trinigan, I call it Trinigan, by Andrea Mowry. And I went over to get the pattern and it wasn't there. So I thought, oh, I haven't bought it yet. I thought I hadn't bought it and I needed to get that one. And I thought, I sure bought it, but it's not there. So I can't have bought it because I put all my patterns with the yarn ready. And in the comments, somebody said, oh, Andrea Mowry has got a sale on at the moment, so if you're quick, you can get that pattern for half price. I was like, excellent. Jumped straight on, went into Ravelry, and it came up that I had bought the pattern. So yes, I have got the pattern. What had happened in my drawers where I'd stuffed too much in, it got folded up and gone down the back. So I hunted around for it and found it. So that was saved. So excellent. I have my pattern. So I did the only sensible thing I could do, and I ordered another pattern from Andrea that I wanted. So this pattern is the Woolen Honey. So I'm sorry if you want a pattern, I think it's out of date now. It was just for, I think it was the 9th or 10th it finished the sale on. So I bought this pattern because I love this one. It is in my I'm thinking now, was it in that video? I did a video saying about patterns I wanted to knit this year, and now I'm wondering if it did make the top ones. But the thing is, there's a knitting podcaster that I watch, and I really can't find her name. I'm subscribed to the channel, still couldn't find it when I was looking it up. And she only does a podcast once a month. But I've seen her wear, I can't remember her channel name, I can't remember her name. Lovely lady. As soon as I find her, I'll put her up on the screen. But she wears this sweater. I've seen her wear it a couple of times, and every time I see it, I think, I love that. I really love that. It's fingering weight, 4-ply yarn, and it's got this honeycomb at the top. And I just think it just looks different. I know lots of other people have knit it. When I looked it up, loads of people have knit it, and it's a very popular pattern, but I wasn't aware of it until I started watching this lady. And so I really want to knit that one this year. So I thought, right, while there's that discount code, I might as well buy it. And so I'd like to say thank you, because I didn't actually buy it. You bought it for me. I used the money from my Ko-fi, kind supporters from my Ko-fi, and also from the thanks button under the video. That is what that money is for, that I am gifted. I use it for patterns and yarn. So thank you very much for that. I spent it on this, and I shall also use that money to buy the yarn for said project. So thank you for that. That is where that money goes to. And a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel. I really appreciate it. So hopefully I will be knitting that one in spring. It's probably going to go more towards summer, isn't it? Because that Triogan, what sort of name is that? Does it mean something? Let me know. Do you know what it means? Is it because, well, the gown is because it's a cardigan, isn't it? Try, is that because it's because of 3 in some way? I don't know. I can't remember her saying that. I've watched a video where she was talking about this. That's why when I originally, on Andrea's podcast, when I watched that originally and she was wearing it and talking about it, that's when I fell in love with it and thought, yes, I definitely need one of those in my wardrobe. So that's when it went on the list. But I can't remember why she said the name was. So if you can remember, let me know. That'd be interesting. I think that's enough for now. I have rambled on. So there will be another vlog in the week, so please look out for that. There's also going to be, I'm going to be asking for your help as well. Early on in the week, there's going to be a video. And let's just say, if you are a baby knitter, I definitely need your help. We'll be talking about baby stuff, because my friend is going to be a grandma for the first time, and I thought, yeah, it's ages away. No, it's in March, Tina. Start thinking about it. I have no experience with baby knits, so I'm going to do some research of my own to see what I would like to knit. But before I commit myself, I would like to know, because I know a lot of people knit for babies. So let me know, what is your favourite pattern? Watch that video and tell me which is your favourite pattern, or what you think would be best for me to knit over on there. So take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.